Pierre Poilievre does not have a plan. When you ask conservatives and hardcore Pierre supporters what his plan is other than axe the tax, they have no idea how to respond. They might refer you to the recent Conservative Policy Convention, the one where Pierre made it very clear that he is not bound by those policy ideas. So nope, no strategy or policy there. A lot of them will say, well, go watch his YouTube videos, go to his rallies, he tells you his plan. So let's see what happens when we push them to tell us what his plan is. They list off things that the Liberals are literally doing right now. And here's the funniest part of all. Pierre isn't against a carbon tax. Because as Brian Lilly of the Toronto Sun has pointed out, Pierre Poilievre has run in favor of carbon taxes multiple times during his career. And Pierre Poilievre was very supportive of carbon taxes up until about 2019. And so sure, he can axe the tax, but legally he has to replace that with something, because if we want to keep our free trade deals up with most of our Western allies, we have to have some form of carbon mitigation in place. So we can't do a carbon tax because that's a liberal strategy. We can't do cap and trade even though that's a capitalist solution because that's a liberal strategy. So what's his plan? Pierre doesn't have one. And listen, I'm not saying that people can't want to vote for Pierre because they want change. I totally understand that. But don't let him gaslight you into believing that he has a strategy. He doesn't have one. All he is saying is axe the tax. What's his solution? What are his alternatives? Pierre hasn't put forward a single policy objective that can actually be concretely done. Another argument people will make is, well, that's not his job. He's in the opposition. They're saying that the Liberals will just steal Pierre's policy ideas and implement them themselves, which means that they don't actually care about good policy. They care about the color of their team winning. But also, the Ontario Liberals are doing that right now. They're not even in the opposition, and every single week they're pushing forward some new policy to help Ontario, to show Ontarians what their strategy would be if they were elected. And this isn't even a Liberal thing, because when Patrick Brown was the leader of the Conservatives in Ontario, he put out an actual policy document that was very long and very detailed, showing what he would do if he became Premier. Pierre doesn't have a plan. Pierre doesn't have policy in mind. All Pierre cares about is becoming Prime Minister. He doesn't care about what happens next. What happens when the dog finally catches the car?